Hi folks, this is your MWIS Fleeting View looking at this week ahead. If you're on half-term week, it is a rather changeable story, unfortunately, this week, with areas of rain or showers never too far away. Let's take you through the details then. And Tuesday has low pressure centred north of Scotland, still a fresh and rather chilly westerly wind across the mountains, with the air temperature near to freezing point on higher slopes, at least in the morning. Showers most frequent in northwestern regions through the morning hours, a scattering of brief showers developing and pushing eastwards across the highlands, but fewer and not as heavy compared to recent days, and some good cloud breaks will lift towards or above many higher tops inland, and a good amount of dry weather to be found for many through the daytime. Rain is gathering across Wales though. A dry start in northern parts of Wales will soon fill in with rain, turning more persistent and heavy into the middle of the day pretty widely across Wales. That rain will start to extend further into the Peak District and further north across England too through the afternoon hours. Patchy at first, but becoming more persistent and heavy as time goes on, lowering cloud bases extensively here as rain is more persistent. For Wales, the wind will strengthen too, reaching gale force widely across the higher terrain, and that will also strengthen for the Peak District for the afternoon and evening. The wind somewhat moderating across the highlands, but still a rather cool feel here all day. Remnants of that weather system over England and Wales will give some further showers overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, with still a few heavier bursts of rain to be found. It will tend to break up somewhat, but still the idea of rain or showers locally in the forecast to start the day on Wednesday. We go forwards in 3-hour time steps here. You just see how there's still some showers for western coastal mountains in Scotland, and a little feed of showers for North Wales and across northern England. A scattering of showers here moving eastwards during the daytime. A little ridge of high pressure is starting to build from the west briefly, and that will just tend to fade out the showers from the west with time. Showers becoming more focused across the Pennines toward the borders, eastern parts of the Highlands, 1 or 2 locally, but many will fade as we head through the afternoon. So an improving story with lifting cloud bases, some sunny spells coming through Wednesday afternoon and early evening, looking at a quite decent picture for many. The wind relatively light as well compared to recently. That improvement doesn't last too long though, unfortunately, as we see another low pressure system on the latest forecast modelling just coming in from the Atlantic into the early hours of Thursday morning, with some heavy rain and strengthening winds developing most likely widely across the country, and that will give us a pretty wet start on Thursday for many, several hours of heavy and persistent rain, and the wind up to gale force quite widely, even severe gales across the higher mountains for Scotland at least, maybe even for a good part of the day. Some uncertainty on the exact strength of this system still, but it does look as though rain, followed by some heavy and thundery showers, quite possibly is the order of the day. Some improvement possible for northern England and Wales. The rain may break up and become patchy, but it stays windy across all regions, plenty of isobars on that chart. I suspect gales will be in the forecast across the mountains much of the day. Lower confidence of details later in the week as weather systems are slightly more disorganised, but still another feature coming in from the Atlantic through into Friday. The risk of some further rain or showers in the forecast detail just needs watching at this time. Either way, it does stay a rather unsettled picture. Doesn't look quite as windy, but still the threat of some rain and some cloud covering the hills for a good part of Friday daytime. Later toward the weekend, still low pressure never too far away. Detail again is uncertain, but some further rain or showers will have to be factored in to your weekend forecast plans. Our next video on Tuesday will have a longer range look into early June to see if we find any more settled weather. For today, that is your fleeting view. Thanks for watching.